Oh, hi. You caught me tapping. I'm Phyllis Reardon. I'm the owner of CoachPhyllis.com. I'm a life coach, and I'm also an EFT practitioner. I tap, and this is what you see me doing here right now. I'm tapping on the meridian points of my body. And the tapping points are top of the head, eyebrow, corner of the eye, under the eye, the nose, under the lip, the collarbone, and under the arm. This morning when I woke up, I was feeling a little bit of resentment right here in my chest. And you know, this is where we feel most of our emotions. You know, when you're happy, your chest, your heart cavity just fills with happiness. And so it is with negative emotions. They also fill our chest cavity, our heart cavity. And if they stay there for a long time, they can do us harm. They can cause physical and mental sickness. So we need to release them. And that's what tapping does. So today I thought that I'd tap on the little resentment that I have right here now, and that if any of you out there experience resentment at any time, if it's there right now, fine, or if you want to recall that resentment, to pull it up here, that feeling that comes in your chest when you think of an event that happened to you, and it's usually from a person, isn't it? Something they did to us, or something we think they did to us, and we resent them for that, for causing those problems and stress in our life, and anxiety. And it comes in the form of resentment. And it's a normal thing for that to happen. But it's not good to hold on to it, so we need to learn to release it. I heard somebody say one time, resentment is like setting yourself on fire and hoping the other person burns. When you say it that way, it seems a bit silly, but many times we can't help those emotions, but we can learn to release them. All negative emotions need to be released from our body to keep ourselves healthy. So would you like to tap along with me? The first thing you do is to recognize that feeling of resentment that is sitting in your chest or in your tummy area, wherever you feel it. Most people feel it in their chest, but if you don't feel it there, it's probably a little lower. Think about it for a few seconds, and on a scale of 0 to 10, ask yourself, where is that resentment? Is it a 5? Is it a 9? Is it a 7? Is it a 10? Think of that number. Because when you're finished tapping, that number should have lowered a little tiny bit. Now, this is an artificial situation because I'm not there with you. We don't know all the background as to why that resentment, that negative emotion is sitting in your chest. But tapping works so well to lower it, to take away that uncomfortable feeling that sits inside you when that resentment comes up. So let's start tapping. So we acknowledge the resentment first. This resentment that sits in my chest, this resentment that I felt for years, this resentment that's sitting in my chest, this negative emotion, this resentment that sits in my chest, this resentment. I don't want this resentment in my chest. This resentment, I don't need it. It doesn't serve me. This resentment, it may harm me physically. This resentment, I don't want this resentment in my chest. I need it to go. But if I release this resentment, isn't that saying this event didn't happen to me? I wonder if I could release that resentment. What would happen to me? I wonder, can I let it go? That's not really saying the event didn't happen. It did. And I'm resentful. But I want to let it go. I want this resentment to go. I need this resentment out of my body. This resentment is leaving my body now. This resentment is going. I can feel it leave my body. It's leaving my chest cavity. I can feel this resentment going. It's going. It's gone. It's gone from my body. This resentment is gone. This resentment is gone. This resentment is gone. This resentment is gone. It's left my body. It's left my body. I now choose to fill my chest cavity with happiness. I choose to fill my chest cavity with happiness. With happiness. With happiness. With happiness. A deep breath. Go to your chest cavity. Is the resentment still there? Is it diminished? Mine is gone. I've cleared mine, and I hope that yours has been cleared or diminished to a degree that is comfortable for you. If you're interested in learning more about tapping, or if you'd like me to work with you on releasing any negative emotion, please email me. Any questions you have about tapping, love to hear from you. Please email me and I'll get back to you. Have a great day and keep tapping.